Good evening everyone, and welcome back to the 4th episode of my vlog. My name's Jo if you're new here, and this vlog is going to be about the things I am knitting, any yarn purchases I've made, whips, finished objects, and the such like. So yeah, let's get straight in. I'm filming a little bit later tonight because I've just had a headache all day long today and I just wasn't feeling like smiling. But yeah, I've had a nice relaxing afternoon. We put the Christmas tree up last night, so I'm feeling very festive. So yeah, let's get started with some finished objects. First up, I have finished my sister's stripy socks with the yarn from, I don't know how you spell it, Madrigal? How you pronounce it? Sorry, Madrigal yarns. I absolutely love these. They are so soft. I think they're 85% merino and 15% nylon, so they're super soft. They're lovely and warm, and that's going to be part of my sister's Christmas present, and hopefully she will love them as much as I do. They're so lovely. The colours are just gorgeous, and as I said last episode, these are based on a dynasty themed yarn set of self-striping yarn, and this one is called Blake, which is I think the dad of the family, in like the main man in the family in the Dynasty series. But isn't it lovely? And I love the contrasting cuff, heel and toe as well. I'm really proud of those. There's another item coming up, another whip in a little while that features this same yarn. So yes, stay tuned to see those. Next up, I have finished and absolutely love my beanie number 5 from My Favourite Things Knitwear. This is knit in Isager boucle yarn, and it took nearly 2 full balls for I think this is the larger size. I might have knit it a bit shorter as well. Let me show you what it looks like. When I say that this is warm, I'm already a little bit red in the face tonight because it's warm in here, but this is super duper warm and snuggly and soft, and I wouldn't say it was a challenge to knit with. It was a bit different to knit with because it does kind of stick together, but I really enjoyed knitting it still. It grew really fast. I think I knit it on 5mm needles. But yeah, so my mum and sister love this so much, they've both asked me to knit them one for Christmas. Whether I'll get that done in time is still to be seen. I don't think I'll manage to get them done, but I will definitely buy the yarn. And if I have to wrap up some yarn and say I owe you 1 beanie hat, then that's okay. Doesn't matter, as long as they've got something nice to open, and they've got something to look forward to after Christmas as well, haven't they? My sister wants a navy blue one, and my mum's picked like this lovely green colour as well, almost like a tealy green colour. So yeah, it's really nice. Let me show you the top as well. But yeah, I don't know whether that focused, but I really enjoyed knitting it, and I think it looks really cute, and it's definitely warm. This brim is like a triple folded brim, so it is super warm, really easy pattern. Definitely recommend it. And I think you could probably knit this with one that's not a boucle yarn as well, and it would be really nice. I think it's kind of it comes out as like a chunky weight. Yeah, like a chunky weight when you knit it, hold it double. But yeah, really love that hat, and lovely and warm. Next up, not really a finished item because I finished this jumper a while ago. I think I showed you in the first vlog that I'd knitted the Cloud sweater by Petite Knit, and I'd done it in this pale blue colour, like an pale aqua colour. Every time I put it on, I'm just like, I don't love this. I think it's a combination of 2 things. I don't like the colour, and I don't like the neckline. It's just kind of stretched, whether I've overblocked it. I thought I'll try and dye it, and if that works, I can pull back the collar and just knit a 2x2 rib instead, because I just really don't like the way the collar sits on me. So I tried to dye it today. I wouldn't say it's been a great success. It's very uneven. I like the colour, but it has gone very uneven. So I'm going to try when I get time, and I'm going to try and dye it again over the top. But this is what it's come out like. I mean, we have to show the failures as well, don't we? Let's keep it real. So it's come out. I don't think I had it in a big enough pot, to be honest. I probably didn't have enough dye either. The colour definitely suits me more than the blue did, but you can see it's showing on the camera, it's still a bit bluey greeny here. So yeah, it's not a complete disaster because I think it will dye over the top again. I just haven't, maybe I haven't soaked it for long enough before, maybe I haven't put enough dye in, because it did absorb quite a lot of the dye. So I'm going to try that again at some point, but this colour is definitely going to get worn more than the blue. But yeah, I dyed that using jacquard dyes, which are acid dyes, with some white vinegar. And I mixed together, I think it's like golden yellow and fire red, and a tiny bit of blue as well, just to try and get it, because it was quite orange, to try and get a brown. Where it's stuck, I mean, every colour on there is really nice. It's just not looking good because it's a combination of lots of different colours. But yeah. So I'll come back with that maybe next vlog and show you whether it's been a great success. If not, I'll still probably wear it. But yeah, it will definitely dye over the top of that as well. So we'll give that a go again and see what happens. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? And it's a bit of fun. So, and if it means I'm definitely not going to wear it when it's that blue colour, which I'm not, because I keep putting it on and then I take it straight back off again. And I did spend a long time knitting it and I am proud of it, so I want to get as much wear out of it as I can. So yeah, hopefully second dye attempt will be more successful, but we shall see. No more finished objects from me, but I have got quite a few whips on the go. So we will start with the purple jumper that I showed you all last week. Now, I said I'd been playing Yarn Chicken with this jumper, and that game is still ongoing because I have done about 2/3 of one sleeve. I've done the body, but I want to make the ribbon on the bottom longer. I've just stopped so that I can get the paler stripes on the sleeves so that they're symmetrical, basically. I've got to do another stripe in the pale wool on this sleeve. It is tucked in, so it's a bit longer than that. Oh, I've done the pale one, sorry. I've got to do another dark one and then another pale one, I think. And then we'll see where we're at. But today I took some yarn that I had dyed in a different colour that I thought I'm probably not going to use it because I'm very reticent to spend more money on some more yarn to dye. And this is what it looked like before. I'll put a picture up here. So it was, one of them was pale blue and one of them was lilac. And I've dyed that today. And this is what they have turned out like. So very similar to the colours I was getting before. This is what I have left of the 4-ply one. I've got this left, actually. I've got these two left of the 4-ply one, so that's quite good. Quite a good colour match, not too bad. And then, have I got the merino? No, I've pretty much used all the merino. This might be a tad bright. It is looking brighter on camera because I've got lights up to try and improve the lighting, but yeah. So hopefully when those two are held together, it won't be too dissimilar to the mohair I've got in the jumper. I think that will be okay. So yeah, so I'll insert some footage here of me trying this on so you can see. I still love it. It's not exactly how I envisioned it, but yeah, hopefully that will be done soon because I do want to wear it. It'd be nice to have another jumper that I can throw on, and it is really, really lovely and soft. So yeah, I've kind of written this pattern myself from other patterns, kind of jumbled up and mixed together with different gauges on them, and I've kind of edited them and worked out measurements. It was a lot of maths. So if I wanted to make this again in a different colour, I've got that pattern written down that I can do so that's great. I do really like the style of this like a raglan, quite casual soft jumper. So yeah, so that should hopefully be finished soon. Next whip, I have the matching socks to go with my sister's socks. So let me show you what they look like. Let me try and untangle them. Is this the longer one? Yeah. So I dyed some 4-ply yarn, this kind of browny colour. I think originally I dyed it green and I just didn't like the colour, so I've dyed it brown over the top, and it's got bits of green in. And I have striped it with this self-striping yarn that I had left over from these socks for my sister, and this is how it's turning out. I really like it. So you can see the dyed yarn that I've dyed has got a little bit of a kind of marlin from the specks of green that are left over, and then I'm just kind of doing, I think I'm doing 9 rows of the self-striping yarn, then 5 of the brown, then 9 of the self-striping, and wherever it ends, it ends. So yeah, I'm really liking that. I've done 2 at a time. So yeah, we've got that far on the other one. They look really big when they're on the stitches, but I have made my husband try them on and they seem okay. But yeah, and I did, where's the side? I did joggler stripes. They're not perfect, but they look pretty good. So yeah, it's the first time I've done that, so proud of myself for those. So hopefully again, well, they've got to be finished by Christmas because they're a Christmas present for my brother-in-law. So yeah, and look how cute they look together. Aren't they cute? So his and hers matching socks. So I know they'll both appreciate those. Last whip. So last vlog, I was trying to work out what vest I was going to make, and I have some yarn that my mum's got me for Christmas, and I was looking through vest patterns, and I've kind of decided what vest I'm going to make with the yarn my mum got me. But I also found so many patterns that I loved. I thought, right, I'm gonna try and get some cheaper yarn and make myself another vest for work. So I got this lovely yarn from Drops called Soft Tweed, and this shade, I think it's called Bear. It says colour 05. It's called something like Brown Bear or something, but it's really lovely. It's got like a slight fleck of white in there. It's not too kind of multicoloured. It's quite basic, and then it's just got these little flecks of white in, but it's quite woolly, but obviously it's softer, made of wool, alpaca and 25% viscose. So I thought, right, I'm going to make myself like a rustic vest. So the plan was, there was this gorgeous vest that I loved, and the name has escaped me, but I'll put it on the screen. And the lady, I'd kind of had it in my options, and I was on the lady's Instagram account, and she'd put that someone had stolen her patterns and was selling them online, which just is awful. So I was like, right, I'm just going to buy the pattern anyway. I'll make it. The pattern is so detailed and so beautifully made, and the stitch pattern is gorgeous, and I started making it and I was really enjoying it, and then it got really complicated. And it's nothing against the pattern. The pattern was it had charts, it had pages of information, pictures, diagrams, everything. It was a brilliantly written pattern, but it was just with all the increases and decreases and the stitch pattern, and I kept making mistakes. So I've just kind of put that to one side. I'm like, I'm not quite there yet. I mean, I've been knitting for a long time, but I've only kind of started really knitting from patterns for the last couple of years. So I thought I'll put that to one side and I'll come back to it because it is beautiful. Another thing was, because this yarn's quite rustic, I think it just didn't go with the stitch pattern. Let me get the swatch to show you. Okay, so this, as I was saying, in this yarn, the stitch pattern doesn't look as nice as it does in the yarn she's used. So the gauge was fine, I got the same gauge, but it came out, it looks quite stringy when it's knitted up like this. And I've since knitted it in stockinette and it looks absolutely fine. So I think it's just a combination of the yarn and the stitch pattern don't quite go. Her wool that she calls for is like a much softer kind of area yarn. So I think if I made it in the future when I've got a bit more experience, I'll probably use more of like a softer yarn. However, I do really like this wool, so I have started making kind of a slip over from Knit Pearl Girl, I think it is. I want to say it's a Semper slip over, it probably is, but it's late at night so I can't remember. But this looks so much nicer with just a plain stockinette. So this is the back panel that I've started. I've only started this afternoon, so it's knitting up quite quickly. The pattern called for 4.5mm needles. Sorry, I know that noise is really annoying. The pattern called for 4.5mm needles, but I tried it and the gauge was just, I was getting 17 stitches per 4 inches and it needs 21. So I went down a needle size to 4 and it's still about 19 to 20 stitches per 4 inches. However, the size I've chose is kind of the right size for me, and I want it a little bit more oversized. So hopefully that will just work out as a good fit for me. But yeah, I really like this yarn. It's not too expensive either because it drops obviously, so it's quite good value. So yeah, so that is my last whip. Only started that one today. In terms of acquisitions, I bought 6 balls of this from Wool Warehouse to make the slipover, and then because I didn't quite meet the amount for free postage, which I think is £25, I thought, oh, I'll shove a couple of different coloured sock yarns in as well. So I thought I'd try some Drops Nord. So I got this lovely shade number 22 and this shade number 23. This is coming out more mustard. In real life, it's more of like a beigey brown. But I thought they look really nice together. So yeah, if I just saw I've got some more sock yarn for doing colour work, it works out. I might as well buy the wool instead of having to pay for the postage. So yeah. So quite a short video this week. It's very busy here, what with Christmas and shopping, and work's really hectic at the moment as well because of the time of the year. But yeah, I'm still getting on with it, still knitting. I would love to hear what you're all making. I love chatting to you all in the comments. I'm trying to think when my next video will be. Will there be another one before Christmas? We're on the 6th day. Yeah, should have another one before Christmas. So hopefully I'll have finished all my Christmas presents. I'll have hopefully made my mum's mittens, which are still waiting to be knitted. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you're knitting. Let me know what your plans are for Christmas. We're having a nice quiet one with the family, and obviously I will be sat on the sofa snuggling with a hot water bottle and my whips. So yeah, hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care. I will see you soon.